Hello, everybody, and welcome to my first ever virtual cruise night. My name is Tayla, and I'm so happy to be here. Let me turn my music down. Yeah, I just came from the pool, so bear with me. If you see it all in my face, it's because I just came to the pool. I just came from the pool. But nevertheless, I'm so happy to get started. A little bit about myself. I am from Tampa, Florida. I'm a mom and a wife, and it's almost bedtime here. So if you hear me talking low, that's why. Let me go ahead and pull up my slides, guys, so you can see what we're going to get into. I am so excited. This is my first ever virtual cruise night. I have been planning this for a few months now. So I'm so excited to get into this with you guys. All right. Give me 1 second, guys. Gotta love technology here. Okay. Let's make sure you guys can see my screen. And it is summertime here. So give me 1 second, guys. We open. Let's try this. All right, guys, and I am back. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Again, my name is Tayla, also known as Tayla the Mogul. I'm so happy to be here for my first ever virtual cruise night. I have been planning this for a while, so I am ecstatic to go ahead and get into this with you guys. Okay, now hopefully you can see my screen here. That's my lovely husband if you see it in the back. But let's get into it. So, first of all, welcome to Cruise Night. My name again is Taylor. If you follow me online, you know that my travel page is known as Travel with Taylor. We can follow my travel journeys and where I share different deals and different events that I go through or that I go to, and you can also kind of learn more about the different offers I have. Or if you're on Facebook, you can follow me at Titanium Travels. I am set up and registered with Dream Vacations. So if you're new to the travel agent world, what I like to explain it as is realtors are assigned under big real estate companies like Keller Williams, Remax, and more. It's similar with travel, but I am signed under Dream Vacations. So I get a lot of different pre-negotiated deals and certain rates through Dream Vacations. This is my IATA number. We're also have all my licensure through Dream Vacations, and we're also set up with Cruise Lines International Association. Okay. So you always want to work with a cruise line, or you always want to work with a travel agent that has certifications, which I do. All right, and I'm going to be going back and forth just to see who's here with us, and I am back. Okay, so first slide. Who am I? I am a serial entrepreneur. I run a virtual assistant company that has honestly been um, having fun with the integration of AI and all its components. Being a virtual assistant was a lot different in 2020 as it is now in 2025. I also own an event planning company. My daughter has a natural hair care line known as Noah's Organic Sunshine. My husband is a trucker, so we are excited about eventually getting our own fleet and growing that business as well. I'm a mom and a wife. I started in travel sales in 2023. So I started my career at Carnival Cruise Line. If you look at this picture right here, you see I have the funnel behind me. And I began my sales career in 2018. Ironically, I started my sales career working in travel. So, like, a lot of people don't know when you're renting cars, that's actually a form of sales. You're always trying to get people to upgrade. So, I started my career upon graduating college, working in tourism as well. I do have a minor in hospitality. I went to FSU, and I am also, I kind of have a typo here, guys, but I am also a teacher. Okay. So I am also a teacher. And why I love cruising, I love the savings. All right. I love to save money. That's one thing about me. I am pretty frugal and I always want to count my coins. And I've learned that cruising is one of the best travel deals. Okay. And I'm just gonna toggle back and forth here just to make sure you guys are with me. If you have any questions, you can go ahead and raise your hand. Okay, so why take a cruise? That's the question. There's a new documentary out on Netflix, and people are now questioning should they cruise? People would rather take land-based travel. While I am open and I do sell a lot of land-based vacation options and more, cruising is the best bang for your buck because it's all inclusive. So it's an all-in-one vacation. It includes your lodging. So it's a hotel on sea, basically like a resort on sea. So it includes where you sleep. It includes your food. I mean, depending on the cruise line, the food is absolutely phenomenal. I typically gain some weight after leaving a cruise, y'all, because it's so good. It includes your entertainment. You also get to explore multiple destinations, so you get to visit places you may not have ever been to before. And you don't have to worry about the airport, of course, unless you're flying into that port of call. It's great for families. I normally recommend certain cruise lines if you're traveling with a family. It's great for couples. People normally take cruises for their honeymoon or to celebrate anniversaries, and it's also perfect for solo travelers too. So if you want to see the world, you could definitely start that with cruising. Now, the new thing we see online is people are retiring, and instead of maybe buying a big new house or condensing their house, they are selling what they have and they're getting right on a cruise ship. So you'll see a lot of different people that you can meet online, the cruise or on the cruise ship as well. Okay. Again, I'm just toggling back and forth. Okay. So, what are the top cruise lines? So, the top cruise lines are Carnival Cruise Line and Royal Caribbean. I'm going to go in to discuss the other top cruise lines, but we'll just start from here. Why do people like Carnival? Carnival is the fun ship. It's normally fun and affordable, while we have been seeing prices skyrocket for cruises as a whole and for travel post 2020, but Carnival is normally more affordable than other cruise lines. It's great for families, it's great for first-time cruisers, and it's normally a big party. So every time I've cruised Carnival, and it's only been maybe twice. No, once. Was it once? Once or twice. But every time I've been on Carnival ships, or whether that have been like a ship visit or me just actually taking a cruise, I noticed that the crowd is ready to have a good time. So they're not the crowd that's maybe that just wants to lounge and not do anything and maybe wants to hear quiet sounds everywhere. If you're going on Carnival, you are going to have a good time. I mean, the staff, the waitresses, everyone knows Carnival is the party fun time. Now, Carnival does have numerous ports of call throughout the US, but the most popular destinations that they cruise to is Caribbean, Bahamas, and Mexico. So they do cruise out of numerous ports throughout the US, but the ports they normally visit is Caribbean. So that could be Jamaica, that could be St. Thomas, and they also visit Bahamas. They have their own island in the Bahamas and Mexico. Now, the second most popular cruise line, as you guys know, is Royal Caribbean. I absolutely love Royal Caribbean. It's an adventure-packed and innovation-driven cruise ship filled with the best food, the newest technology, and for those that really want to be those innovators that want to have the first, the biggest. Royal Caribbean does have the world's largest cruise ship, and I have been on that one. It's awesome. They also have zip lines, surf simulators, and ice shows. Carnival does have some of these different um, activities as well. Like they have a roller coaster on board, they have IMAX at sea, and more. But Royal is great for families, couples, and thrill seekers. And the most popular destinations that Royal visits as well is the Caribbean, like St. Thomas, Bahamas, Alaska, and Europe. All right, I'm just checking in here. Okay, perfect. So the other, make sure you guys are still here. Okay. So the other cruise line that we're going to talk about for the purpose of the top cruise lines is Norwegian and Disney Cruise. Okay. So Norwegian is normally for a different kind of crowd, but as we've been seeing over the past few years, they've been adding a lot more flexibility and modern styles, as well as great entertainment on board. They even have like a racetrack at sea now, so it's starting to incorporate the style for families and making it more fun for everyone on board. Typically, Norwegian, Princess, Holland, Celebrity, those cruise lines normally cater to like an older crowd, Oceania, Seabourn as well, but we've been seeing things change differently. And the top cruise lines, the top destinations that Norwegian cruises to is the Caribbean, Hawaii, and Europe. Lastly, we are going to talk about Disney Cruise Line. It is also perfect for families. It provides guests a magical experience for all ages. So you don't have to feel like you are it doesn't have to just be kids going on Disney. I've heard adults going, couples going, and get ready for amazing service, theme nights, and even still those adults only areas if you're going on Disney Cruise Line. Okay. Popular destinations for Disney is the Caribbean, Alaska, and Europe. Lastly, we will discuss celebrity cruise lines. Okay, celebrity is starting to get a bit more up to date. Normally, celebrity was for the older crowd, but with celebrity, you'll be able to see more of the luxury meets modern style. It's an upscale experience with gourmet dining, and popular destinations include Europe, Galapagos, and Asia. Okay, now there's also other cruise lines like MSC, Virgin Cruise Lines, and others I've mentioned like Holland, Princess, Seabourn, Oceania, and more. But I just want to focus on these ones for now. Now, there are numerous ports that you can cruise from throughout the US. While Florida is the most popular destination or area to cruise from, there are other ports, like in Texas. There's also ports in South Carolina, Virginia, Baltimore, and New York, as well as California. But the main destinations your cruise will visit is the Caribbean. So that's St. Thomas, St. Kitts, St. Martin, Jamaica, possibly the Mediterranean. That could be Greece. Alaska is a really popular destination that normally cruises out of California or Washington. There's also Bahamas. Bahamas is one of the most popular cruise destination on this planet. We also have, you know, maybe if you're in Asia, you can take a cruise through Asia. So there's many different destinations to visit. Now, when you're at these ports, you get to obtain new experiences, whether that be going to beaches. I remember when we went to St. Kitts, we got to put our feet in the pink sand beaches. You get to learn about new history and cultures, We also took a tour while we were in St. Kitts, and there's new excursions. You can pre-purchase your excursions, or you can book your excursions while you're at the destination. And there's so many things to explore and to do at your port. So let's talk about the cost savings you get while working with a travel agent. A lot of people say, I can book my own trip. Why do I need a travel agent? But most people don't understand that a travel agent can help you save money. So my job for you is that my role or my job is to help you save money on your trip. So through my pre-negotiated rates and deals through Dream Vacations, we get exclusive savings from the cruise lines and other land-based vacation companies, whether that be Hilton Vacations, American Airlines Vacations, Southwest Vacations, FunJet Vacations, and more. And we're able to help our clients save money on their trip. Now, not only do travel agents have access to exclusive deals, but we also keep track of current vacation promotions. I remember one of my guests who are booked to Jamaica. I was able to get him an additional $100 off his stay just from me being a travel agent and reviewing my emails. And my goal is to make it easier for you to manage your trip, to not have to stress about your trip, and to also be that liaison for you. As we know, life is busy. We're moms, we're wives, we're dads, we're moving, but I'm the person that makes it easier for you so that you just tell me what you want to do, and I'm here to book it. All right, and yes, just for attending this, you all gain $25 of onboard credit off your next cruise. This offer does expire soon, so definitely take advantage of this while you can. All right, so I want to go over some things of what's included and what's extra. So on your cruise, typically what's included is the food, the lounging, the rooms, of course, that you sleep in, all the amenities in your room that you have, whether that be the shower, whether that be the balcony, the bed. Um, what's also included is all the entertainment on board. So there's numerous Las Vegas style shows. There's maybe an ice skating. There's even maybe different theme nights. I remember when we were on Royal, we got to actually see like a Broadway show of The Wizard of Oz. It was really cool. Um, what's also included is the parties. Many ships have nightclubs on board. They also have theme nights, parties, game nights. All of that is included. The different activities, whether that be bingo, you going to salsa night, you going to do the Cupid Shuffle, all of that's included. Your food. So when you get on board, you can go straight to the food and eat. Some cruise lines have lobster and steak as soon as you get on board, so fine surf and turf. Others may have other maybe steak options and hamburgers, french fries, you name it. So each ship has its own buffet area, it has its own seated dinner area, breakfast area, and more. You're going to go to these places a lot during your whole cruise, but you also have specialty restaurants and restaurants that give you a different kind of taste, whether that be the taco bar, Guy's Burger, which has the burgers and fries, and more. So all of that is included. Your desserts typically, um, as well as your drinks, like your juice, your water, your tea, coffee, those kind of things are included with the cruise. Now, what's not included? So when you're going on your cruise, you have the option of purchasing a drink package. That is most times not included with your cruise. You also have sodas, specialty coffees, and more. That's typically not included with your cruise as well, as well as your shore excursions. So, different things you may want to do on board your island that's typically not included, spa services, Wi Fi, and most importantly, I get this question a lot, your gratuities. Your gratuities are the tips that you pay. Every guest has to pay tips. And guys, these tips typically cover um, the staff that helps you in your room, that makes the little cute decorations on your bed, and when you meet the staff, these are staff that have lived in the Philippines, different less developed countries oftentimes. Some may still be like large countries like the US, but majority of these staff members come from Philippines and different lower developed countries. So you definitely want to show that you care by providing your gratuities, okay? And that is normally a mandatory charge. All right, guys. So lastly, I am so happy you guys learned a bit about cruising, who I am, why you should take a cruise, the top cruise lines, destinations, cost savings, what's included and what's extra. So what's next? What's next is for you to book your cruise. And how do you do that? You call or text me. My phone number is 813-922-5125. Luckily, you can also book directly on my website. So if you go to Dream Vacations, T Covington Dream Vacations, which I'll also personally email you, you can search for your cruise. You can also search for resorts, tours, and luxury opportunities, whether that be like a luxury cruise or more, and you can start to see the pricing for your cruise. Now, I do highly recommend you reach out to me via email, call, or text so that we can make sure we're finding you the best offers and rates. I'm very personable with my guests and with my business. So my goal is to not only develop some kind of relationship with you or rapport where you feel comfortable enough to text me, even if you're at the port and say, "Hey, Taylor, where do I go?" I'm that person to help you. Okay. Now, my email address is also t.covington@dreamvacations.com. And I want to thank you guys for attending my first ever cruise night.